So we want to tackle a question on the topic which is called substitution. Right, so we have this question which reads, evaluate each of the following when A is equals to 1, B is equals to -2, and C is equals to 3. So we are giving these questions, item 1 and item 2, in which we are to find the value of the expression given that A is equals to 1, B is equals to -2, and C is equals to 3. So question yakaita sei chanenge ichingoda ndechekuti iwewe unoreplace maletters ese akapiwa nevalue yacho yakapiwa on the question. For example, we have 1a, item 1 iri kuti A plus B plus C. So this expression, given the values which are given for these letters, we replace A by 1 plus we replace B by -2 and we replace C by 3. Right. So the first thing you need to do is you need to adhere to the principle of body mass. So it says we remove the bracket first, then if the expression needs to be divided, we divide before we multiply, and then we add before we subtract. So in this case we are to add before subtracting, so we are going to collect like term in terms of signs, so which is 1 plus 2 plus 3, sorry, -2. So this is going to give us 4 -2. Then if we subtract 4 -2, we are going to have 2 is our answer. Most learners make a mistake of calculating this like this. They say 1 -2 plus 3, then they go straight to subtract -2 from 1, and then they get -1, and then they add 3 to give us +2. Yes, the answer is correct, but the procedure is what? Is wrong. So we must follow the BODMAS concept. We start by adding, then we subtract later. Right, then we move on to item 2. Item 2, it's A squared minus B. So it means this expression is saying we are going to square the value of A, then we are going to subtract the value of B. So we are going straight to replace these values, these letters A and B with their values as per statement, which is A is 1, so we are going to square 1, then we are going to subtract the value of B. The value of B here is what? It's -2. So in this case the negative here is of the value of B, not necessarily the negative which was on the expression. So the negative is for the expression. Then we simplify. 1 squared is 1 times 1, so the answer will remain 1. Then double negative, if negative sign is doubled, it produces a positive sign. Then it gives us 2 plus 2. Then our answer is going to be 3. So it's a matter of replacing these values into the expression which is given, bearing in mind it's a matter of these are directed numbers. So you're being tested on directed numbers concept. Then we move on to part B of number 1. Part B, it reads, express 5 over x minus 2 plus 1 over